Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into some hilarious and unexpected dog behaviors that totally crashed our Among Us games. We're talking epic fails, funny moments, and those what just happened kind of situations. You guys know I love my dogs, but sometimes they're straight up savage. You won't believe number 7. So, picture this. We're in the middle of a super intense round of Among Us. The lights are low, tension is high, and suddenly my dog, Buddy, lets out this huge bark right next to my ear. I jumped a mile high, everyone in the Discord call is dying laughing, and I completely missed the kill animation. Turns out Buddy saw a squirrel outside. Classic. Okay, this one is a classic dog move, and if you have a furry friend at home, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Dogs have this uncanny ability to find the most inopportune moments to get into mischief. It's like they have a sixth sense for it. But let me tell you, it's a total game changer in Among Us. Picture this, a group of friends all geared up for an epic gaming session. We've got our headsets on, controllers in hand, and the excitement is palpable. We're ready to dive into the world of Among Us, where trust is a rare commodity and deception is the name of the game. We were all set up, headsets on, ready to go. The anticipation was building as we waited for the game to start. Everyone was in high spirits, cracking jokes and strategizing about how to outsmart the imposters. The room was buzzing with energy, and you could feel the camaraderie among us. And then, out of nowhere, my other dog, Luna, decides that my headset cable looks like a tasty chew toy. Now, Luna is usually a well-behaved dog, but for some reason, she has a particular fondness for anything that resembles a cable. Maybe it's the texture, or maybe she just likes the attention she gets when she chews on them. Next thing you know, the screen goes black and I'm disconnected. The sudden silence was deafening. One moment I was in the thick of the action, and the next I was staring at a blank screen. Panic set in as I frantically tried to reconnect, but it was too late. The game had moved on without me. It took forever to get back in, and by then, I was already voted out. Thanks, Luna. My friends had no idea what had happened, and I could hear them laughing and speculating about my sudden disappearance. Meanwhile, Luna sat there with an innocent look on her face, completely oblivious to the chaos she had caused. It was a frustrating yet hilarious moment that I'll never forget. So, if you ever find yourself in a similar situation, just remember, always keep an eye on your cables, especially if you have a cable chomper like Luna around. You know those moments when you're trying to be sneaky in Among Us, like you're trying to slip away from a vent without anyone noticing? Well, imagine trying to do that while your dog decides to use your keyboard as a launch pad. I'm talking full-on jumping, paws slamming down on the keys, sending my character flying across the map. Not exactly subtle, right? Chapter 4. Attention hogs. Dogs, man. They know when you're busy, and they are experts at demanding attention. We're trying to have a serious strategy session in Among Us, and Luna decides it's cuddle time. She's pawing at my arm, dropping her toys in my lap, and let's just say, it's hard to focus on emergency meetings when you've got a furry friend begging for pets. Chapter 5, The Mouse Napper. This one time I was in the middle of a task in electrical, trying to swipe my card when everything just froze. I'm talking completely stuck. Turns out Buddy had decided to take a nap, right on top of my mouse. He looked so cozy I almost didn't want to move him. Almost. Chapter 6. Cursor Chaos. Okay, this one is just straight up hilarious. We were playing on Polis and my friend's dog Max became completely mesmerized by the cursor on the screen. He started chasing it with his nose, bumping the mousepad and sending the cursor flying all over the place. We're talking wild movements, accidental clicks, and everyone in the game was like, "What is happening?" Chapter 7. Now this is the moment you've all been waiting for. The tension had been building up for days, and we were all on edge. The game had taken a turn for the eerie, and we knew something big was about to happen. We were playing on the Skeld, and things were getting, well, pretty creepy. The atmosphere was thick with suspense, and every creak and groan of the ship made us jump. We had been through a lot together, but this was different. This was something we hadn't experienced before. The lights were flickering, we were down to just a few crewmates, and the sense of dread was palpable. Each of us was trying to complete our tasks, but the fear of the unknown was making it difficult to concentrate. The shadows seemed to move on their own, and every corner held a potential threat. And suddenly, from the other room, we hear this blood-curdling howl. It was unlike anything we had ever heard before. It echoed through the halls, sending chills down our spines. We froze, our hearts pounding in our chests, as we tried to make sense of what we had just heard. I'm talking full-on werewolf vibes. The kind of howl that makes you question everything you thought you knew about the game. It was as if the very fabric of reality had been torn, and something otherworldly had entered our world. We exchanged nervous glances, each of us wondering if we were about to face something far more sinister than an imposter. It turns out, Luna had gotten spooked by something in the backyard, and her howl had been the source of our terror. But for those few moments, we were convinced that the imposter was real, and that we were in grave danger. The relief we felt when we realized it was just Luna was immense, but the experience had left its mark on us. But for a second there, we thought the imposter was real. The game had taken us to the edge of our seats, and we had come face to face with our deepest fears. It was a reminder of just how immersive and thrilling the game could be, and how even the most unexpected events could turn our world upside down. We laughed it off eventually, but the memory of that night stayed with us, a testament to the power of imagination and the bonds we had formed as a team. Chapter 8. Drink disaster. We're talking spilled drinks, soggy keyboards, the works. 1 minute, we're sipping our sodas, strategizing our next move, and the next minute, Buddy comes barreling through, tail wagging, and bam, drinks go flying everywhere. It was a total mess, but hey, at least it added to the chaos of the game, right? Chapter 9. Snack Snatcher. We all have that one friend who's always got the snacks during game night, right? You know, the one who shows up with a bag full of chips, cookies, and all sorts of goodies. It's like they have a sixth sense for knowing exactly what everyone wants to munch on. Well, in our group, that's me. I'm the designated snack provider, the one who ensures that no one goes hungry while we're deep into our board games or binge-watching our favorite shows. It's a role I take very seriously. But let me tell you, keeping the snacks safe from my dogs is a full-time job. My dogs, Luna and Max, have an uncanny ability to sniff out any food item within a mile radius. It's like they have built-in snack radars. One time, I had a bowl of chips perfectly positioned next to me, just within arm's reach. I was so engrossed in the game that I didn't notice Luna creeping up beside me. And before I knew it, Luna managed to swipe one right out from under my nose. It was like a scene from a heist movie. She was so quick and stealthy I didn't even have time to react. I didn't even see it coming. One moment, the chip was there, and the next, it was gone. I looked down to see Luna happily munching away, looking as innocent as ever. It's hard to stay mad at her when she's so cute, but I had to be more vigilant from then on. Max, on the other hand, is the mastermind. He'll distract me with his puppy eyes while Luna goes in for the steal. It's a coordinated effort, and they've got it down to a science. I've had to come up with all sorts of strategies to keep my snacks safe. I've tried hiding the snacks in high places, but they always find a way. I've even resorted to keeping the snacks in a locked cabinet, but somehow they still manage to get their paws on them. It's like living with two little furry ninjas. Despite all the snack thievery, I wouldn't trade Luna and Max for anything. They bring so much joy and laughter into our lives, and their antics are always a source of entertainment for my friends. Game nights wouldn't be the same without them. So the next time you're at a game night and you see the snacks disappearing, just remember, it might not be your friend sneaking a bite. It could very well be a sneaky little snack snatcher on 4 legs. And if you ever find yourself in my shoes, just remember to keep one eye on the game and the other on the snacks. You never know when a furry friend might strike again. In the end, it's all part of the fun. Snacks, friends, and a little bit of mischief make for the best memories. So here's to all the snack snatchers out there, both human and canine. You make game nights unforgettable. Chapter 10. Zoomies strike again, and finally we have the zoomies. You know what I'm talking about? That burst of crazy energy that dogs get seemingly out of nowhere? Well, imagine trying to play Among Us while your dog is doing laps around the room at warp speed. It's impossible to concentrate, you're constantly getting bumped, and it's just plain hilarious. Outrow doggone fun! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more fun content. Let us know in the comments if your dog has ever crashed your game night. Trust me, you're not alone. Dogs and video games might not always be the best combination, but they sure make for some funny stories. See you next time.